53-year-old Judge Brett Kavanaugh, an Anthony Kennedy clerk, been on the D.C. Circuit Court since 2006, thanking President Trump, thanking God, thanking his family. We're back with Bill O'Reilly, host of No Spin News on BillO'Reilly.com. There he is, Judge Kavanaugh. Bill, what'd you think?
He is going to be very difficult to attack by the dark left, but they'll try. Speech that he wrote was excellent. The low five or the mid five to his little daughter was a tremendous touch. If you look at his record, he has two things there that will roil the Democrats. The first is that he was on the Starr team that urged impeachment of President Clinton. He was one of the guys that was writing that up. And the second one was that he was the lead investigator on the legal side of the suicide of Vince Foster. Remember that? Yep. Hillary Clinton's top aide killed himself, and there was all kinds of accusations that he might have known things about the Clintons, and something might have happened to him. And nothing ever came of that investigation other than the suicide being reaffirmed. So those are the two things that'll make the Democrats crazy. And then the dark left will hit him on, he's a Catholic. There'll be a lot of anti-Catholic stuff, Catholic bashing, which is going to hurt the Democrats in the midterms if that gets out of hand.
Hey, Bill, he mentioned a couple things in there, a couple lines in there that should excite conservatives. I want to interpret the law, not make law. I want to interpret the Constitution as written. He's an originalist.
Yeah, and you expect that from President Trump. The Trump base, doesn't want a evolving Constitution, as you see Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Sonia Sotomayor, they openly say, well, the Constitution is written as obsolete, so we're going to interpret it the way we want, which means you have political judges there, which you do. Kavanaugh is an impressive guy. I mean, if you look at where he's been and what he's done, he's succeeded in everything, and he's 53 years old. So I can't imagine a more qualified jurist, if you're just going to go on that. Man is qualified. Yeah. So I can right this second, Chuck Schumer, the Democratic minority leader in the Senate, has got to be gnashing his teeth, although I think that they expected Kavanaugh, and so the attacks will come very soon.
So, Bill, here's the question, and you and I mentioned earlier, all four of the judges on the president's short list are solid conservatives. You and I were talking earlier today, though, and you emphasized how important it is that the president's base get excited about a pick. I think that Judge Amy Coney Barrett would have gotten the base excited. Do you see this pick exciting Trump's base?
Yes. And he's the most moderate of the four, by the way, Kavanaugh.
Right.
He's the most moderate. But he's certainly not a guy who's going to go in and sympathize with, insane cases that are, asking the Supreme Court to do all kinds of hoop jumping. I mean, he's just not going to be that guy. So I think Trump made a smart move politically, and I think Kavanaugh will be confirmed. I can't imagine any Republican senator going against him, even Susan Collins in Maine, because Kavanaugh is not going to get into the abortion. They're going to ask him in the confirmation hearings. They'll ask him 50,000 times, well, what do you think about abortion? Yeah. But he tipped it tonight, and so did President Trump. Trump saying, I don't ask the judges their personal feelings about issues. I just want somebody to uphold the law. And then Kavanaugh emphasizing 4 times in his speech that he's going to take the Constitution as written, and that's how he'll rule. So they're going to ask him, well, what do you think about abortion? Kavanaugh's not going to answer.
Yeah.
And there's no law
now,
that he ruled on
right.
that I can find that dealt with abortion. So they're going to be, jumping up and down, screaming, they the dark left. But is it going to get traction with the American people? I don't think so.
The president tonight, Bill, said that this nominee deserves bipartisan support. He's right, but is that going to happen?
I think that the Democrats will, maybe 47 of them will vote against him. Remember, his federal judgeship first time around was held up for years.
Right.
By partisan bickering. And they finally confirmed him. But it was brutal. That was under Bush the Younger.
Yeah.
So you're going to get the same thing, that the liberal Democrats in the Senate all vote against him because they don't like religious people. I mean, it's simple as that. If he had come in and said, I used to be a Catholic, but I kicked it. I don't do it anymore. Maybe a couple of Democrats go, oh, yeah, all right. But they don't like traditional Catholics that go to Jesuit schools and coach basketball teams. They don't like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that goes against their secularism.
Absolutely.
But I think there are 4 Democrats that are going to be under immense pressure because they're up for re-election. They vote against him. You're going to lose independent votes. The independent swing is what's going to help Kavanaugh because most independents will support him, I believe.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, Bill O'Reilly, everybody, host of No Spin News on BillO'Reilly.com. He's the best. Hey, Bill, thank you so much, my friend.
All right, Joe. Thanks for having me on your fine program.
You got it. More on Judge Brett Kavanaugh next.